Do you have grass that you have to cut at your house?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you cut it?
We have an HOA.
Oh, nice. So they cut it for you. Well, it's that time of the year. Our grass is starting to grow. Some people turning on their sprinklers. But that is a Roomba that is sort of. It's like if you took a Roomba and a lawnmower and they had a baby, this is what you'd get. What if you never had to mow your lawn again? Think about that. This is the Eufy E18. So like Kylie said, think Roomba combined with lawnmower. It will autonomously cut your grass. And I know it's early in the season, but I had to test this thing out. This uses cameras. So the first time you set it up in your yard with that docking station, it'll go out in your yard and use the camera to map where your grass is located, setting up boundaries, and then you hit go and it starts cutting your grass for you. Now, what amazed me is how incredibly quiet this lawnmower is. You can't even hear it if you're standing more than 10 feet away from it. It's pretty amazing. It does go slow. It takes its time. You can decide which way you want the lines to go in your yard, if you like those diagonal lines like the baseball field. A yard I normally cut in about 15 minutes, probably took about 45 minutes to cut, which isn't a huge deal considering the fact that you're not really doing any of the work, so who cares, right? Speaking of work, I found in my tests that you did still have to do some work. It didn't get all the way to the edge in my yard, so you're gonna have to get the weed whacker out and still trim the edges, at least, again, in my testing. They say that you can adjust some settings, but I wasn't able to get it to actually get the edges of my yard. I'm giving this a 3.5 out of 5 geeks. It's not perfect. It did miss some spots when I tested it, but you can adjust the settings and tweak how exactly it cuts to fix some of that. I think this is something you run twice a week, right? Because you're not doing the work. You're not waiting until the grass is super long to cut it, so maybe that's not so much of an issue. But I will show you the bottom here because I think this kind of gives you some good perspective here. You see the cutting area is only this wide, so there's going to be some edge part here where it's not going to be able to cut. But again, you tweak the settings, you kind of mess with that. I do love that there are no wires to bury underground. It maps your yard out for you with the cameras. It worked pretty well too, and setup was very easy. I do think the price is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people because it starts at $1,800. You can spend more for the model that has a larger battery, but I do think this is one of the best robot lawnmowers yet. And the cool thing is they're only going to get better. Because remember when the Roombas first came out and they weren't perfect and not a lot of people got them because they were expensive. Right. And now it's like everybody has one of those things.
Yeah.
Right?
It just like takes some time.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think it's cool, guys. Check it out, Eufy. They're just one of many companies now starting to make these robotic lawnmowers.
Okay, yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so it's not very big.
Right. And it's not very heavy either. You can pick it up pretty easily.
Well, we know, sometimes equipment goes missing. Is there a tracker on that thing?
Has GPS built in.
Oh, okay.
So that should help it from being stolen.
Gotcha.
There's only so much you can do. I mean, somebody could easily pick this up, put it in their yard, but if they don't take the base station with it, and if it's connected to your account, it's going to be hard to use it themselves. Hopefully that'll discourage people from stealing these things. Because yeah, you're putting an $1,800 lawnmower zooming around in your front yard. You got to worry about that for sure.
Okay, I need one of those. Hopefully by the time I have a yard and a house, they'll be a lot cheaper. I think in the next couple of years, these things are going to get cheaper and a lot better, which is great. Perfect. All right, so you can go out and you can mow your grass this weekend. We are getting a preview coming